Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Body game is big for upper class men. And I've talked about this before, and I usually do the car videos with body game, but you know what? I have to make this clear because look, let's be real. Men out here many men trying to become that 1% man, that top man. And I'm gonna get more into that top man thing in the next episode. But a big deal is body game, staying in shape. In fact, if y'all saw my video yesterday, I gave some books as references about social authoritative mating. And one of the books I use as an example is the 9.9% by Matthew Stewart. And he had a whole chapter on the fitness aspect. He had a whole chapter. You got these, you got these rich men, these CEOs, they stay in the sports and everything. They might not be able to be that fitness model, but they ain't just hobbling along. They big on working out or staying in generally good shape. And that's a big thing. And indeed, I've talked before, if you look at the top prep schools in the country, the top prep schools, these are the children of the upper class. These prep schools, they are required to play sports. Any young men who go to these schools, they're required to play some sport. And I even mentioned that with the United States military academies. You have to play something. You can't just sit around and chill out. You have to play a varsity sport or at least an intramural sport. You got to do something socially active. So that's a big thing. See, body game is more than just looking good, even being muscular and all of that. Now, I emphasize that and I say work to get there, but just being in generally good shape. Generally good shape. And, of course, you get some people, body game don't matter, no body game don't matter. Yet the men who will run this world, the men who are probably making a decision that determines how much money you make and how you're going to live, they sure as hell practice it. In fact, that's one of the things I've noticed with a lot of gyms. There's a lot of older CEO, business owner types, CEO types, business owner types in there working out hard. They throwing up the weights. They are throwing up the weights. That's a very important thing because one of the things is we are going to respond to each other based on our physicality. If someone's like just grossly out of shape, you're not going to treat them the same way as you are somebody who is muscular or, at least in good fitness. They fit. That's a major thing. That's a major thing. And you're talking about the men who really running stuff. They ain't sitting around bitching and all of that. They running stuff, and not just getting women, but they making decisions. At a minimum, they on jobs making a lot of money with autonomy. If they on a job, they have autonomy. They have plenty of autonomy. That's where you want to get. They the ones running these companies and everything. And I've seen that government level on different levels. They are at least going to work out. I've seen that in the criminal justice system. When I was working there, like at the DC courthouse back in the day, we had some judges, there was a couple of judges, they could work right out. They could work out with the marshals. And they could deadlift heavier. Even the big, we had a couple of them, they were brolic, but they were like that tough brolic and everything. Understand something. It's big for them because they realize the mind-body connection. They realize the discipline. They realize just the visual image of power. The visual image of power. But see, of course, you always get some guys who don't want to deal with that. Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to. But ask yourself something. How is it that the skyline of the upper class are playing sports? They're going to these prep schools and playing sports. Or even if they, even when they go to college, they might not play on the varsity teams, but they still going to play intramurals. They not going to sit around and let themselves just get all out of shape and everything. they're going to be active. They're going to present themselves in a powerful way. And then, yesterday I talked about authoritative mating and, just the upper middle class to the upper classes. And I'm going to tell you what, this is something I've seen. I've seen it. They just in a different physical shape. They are just in a different physical shape. Like people know, like over a year ago, I was living in a different area just a few miles away. But I noticed the difference from moving from this one area, how the people look to the one I'm in now. Oh, it's like we got like supermodels walking around here, and the guys, they, no matter their age, they in very good shape. They in very good shape. There's a gym right here. That's a significant thing. That's a significant thing. I mean, that means a lot. Your appearance and even appearance, how they dress and everything. The CEOs, they're gonna make sure they sharp. The high value men, if you want to call them that, whatever you want to call them, 1% CEOs, all of that. But they running stuff. That physicality means a lot. It gives them the strength to do the things they need to do. And then they projected a certain sense of power. That still plays a part. It's not enough talk about that, but if you present a commanding presence, it means a lot. That's if you look in the military, the generals, the commanding officers, they go hard. They go hard. One of the gyms I work out at now, we got some military guys. Both of them really got military guys in there, and they making sure these are minimum captains. They making sure they presenting themselves a certain way. But retired military guys still working out hard. It means a lot. It means a lot. And it's like, if you're talking body game, it's more than just the physicality, but just the lifestyle, the mindset, how you present yourself. And just on a practical level, where would you rather be? Do you want to be some guy who's just bopping along, or you want to be one of those guys who's running things? The men running stuff, they going to practice it. And don't come at me with like an exception here or there. Don't come at me with that, all right? Because too often the guys don't want to deal with the reality. If you look at the Fortune 500 CEOs, I remember I talked about that before. I remember seeing something where they were saying the majority of them may play some type of sport. The majority. So there's something, body game. If you're trying to really get to a place of power, body game is a part of the equation. All right. So that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.